Hi everyone, I'm back with another episode of Anthroposophy. This time we are gonna talk about the mark of the beast. This is a very talked about subject, especially since 2020, but I want to talk to you about it from the point of view of Anthroposophy. I discovered Anthroposophy with Lorena Barrera, who is a Mexican artist, and she made these videos that helped me gain more understanding and discernment on spiritual topics. So I'm sharing it in hopes that it brings you the same clarity that it brought me. So when we hear about the mark of the beast, we might think of something physical and material. However, it is part of the alchemical language of the mystic schools in Anthroposophy. Those who can understand this concept are people who have opened their third eye and can see beyond the illusion of the material world. In 2012, we did a quantum leap in energy. We are currently transitioning from the third dimension to the apocalypse or the age of revelations. We are going to uncover the veil of forgetfulness, and everything will be revealed to those who have the eyes to see. I know we've heard a lot about 3D and 4D and 5D. This is another way of seeing it, just another perspective. According to Anthroposophy, humans move as a collective with Mother Earth, which is our school. Each planet is a school with its archetype. On Earth, we have finished with the era of the ego, associated with the solar plexus chakra, the individual, and the willpower. This is what creates individuality and what makes us not remember Source or God, the energy which is basically the energy that unites us, and also the fact that we are a collective. It is a density where we are tested and where we decide if we are going to polarize positively or negatively. Positive would be in service to humanity, including ourselves, and negative would be in service of the self or the egocentric path. We all have up to the third chakra activated. People who have had a spiritual awakening, or even if they haven't awakened yet but have chosen to be of service to others, like good people, and people that have their hearts open, move to the fourth dimension of consciousness. The heart resides in the fourth and fifth dimension. The fourth would be like the lower astral realm, and the fifth would be the higher astral. Those who choose not to take the leap in consciousness remain in the three lower chakras. They continue working with a beastly body when they decide not to evolve through the Kundalini or the planetary spheres. And this is one way of explaining the mark of the beast. Another one is that it's an event that happened to humans, like a genetic manipulation. There are many theories. Some speak of aliens. Also, from the scientific point of view, it could be as the missing link between monkey and human. And the other way is, like I said, like a footprint on humanity, a cosmic impulse or pattern of behavior. This footprint is what people carry with them, how they smell, how they feel, how they express themselves. If you do not evolve in consciousness, you remain in the mark of the beast, and it manifests in the chakras in different ways. So the first chakra is the root chakra, and it has like a red ray. and it signifies survival. It's blocked by fear. So if you're afraid or you're in panic, you lack faith, hope, vision, love, then this chakra blocks and emits little energy. Distortions in this chakra manifest in animalistic mannerisms, like very extreme anger, as in people who growl, or like women with hyena laughs, the so-called uncivilized. You are inhabiting your body in survival mode if that happens. Everything is scary. When it's overactivated, it smells like adrenaline, because it's like a lion is constantly chasing you. And this is how these people live, just nervousness, anxiety. It can also smell like sulfur or acid. The second chakra is the sacral chakra, and it has an orange ray. This one represents sexuality and interpersonal relationships. It is feminine, and it is blocked by a bad view of yourself, bad relationships, victimhood, bad sexual practices. In women, it tends to be overstimulated because some men mine their energy from the women. A global example could be like oil companies that are overmining Mother Earth, exploiting its energy and natural resources. And then men usually have it blocked, and it's why they are looking for this energy from outside sources instead of from themselves. And then we have the third chakra, which is the solar plexus. It has a yellow ray, and it signifies our position in the collective. It is masculine, and it is associated with the material world and where the ego is found. When distorted, this chakra manifests in people who behave like a tyrant, who oppress others. Men usually have it overactivated, trying to dominate the physical world, obsessed with matter, with position in the world, and women usually live in the paradigm of victimhood. When you stay in the mark of the beast, you stay in a paradigm of victim and victimizer, which can also be compared to codependency. These would be people who tell you they love you but have not been able to awaken their chi or their prana or open their heart chakra, and these people take from each other's energy. It's actually codependency, it's not love. These people can become victims, victimizers, become hyper-materialistic, hyper-egoic, with a lot of separation, and create a lot of separation between people. They can become nymphomaniacs and have many problems with their sexuality. There are entities in the lower astral that follow people into their dreams and give them horrible visions. For instance, like being chased, or also like sexual dreams. This makes us activate our root chakra, and when we feel fear, these entities are fed on that adrenaline. They make us bring out these emotions because they feed on them. They are known as demons because in the lower astral, everything is dark except for the mark of the beast, which is red, orange, and yellow rays of these entities or demons, since that is the only thing that they can manifest. Thus, the metaphor of fire in hell. These are also the so-called unfortunate souls, humans who have lost their humanity and stayed in the astral, and they are now just purging and stealing energy. They are energy parasites, and they try to tempt us with vices. They have closed hearts, they don't have a collective consciousness, and if they do, it's distorted. It's like the fall of consciousness personified. It's seen in companies, in social movements, anything that has been created by humans. In people, it's seen as personality disorders like narcissism and codependency, hypersexuality, bartering for love. In the masculine, it would be very materialistic, and in the feminine, it would be destruction of reputation as well as manipulation. According to Anthroposophy, if someone chooses negative polarity and stays in the mark of the beast, it would manifest in the world as a psychopathy. These people do not feel anything, they are detached from their subtle bodies and are controlled by animalistic inertia. There is an area in the brain called the reptilian brain, and if you scan these people, they would only have that reptilian part active. In this case, they would not feel anything, whether you show them something beautiful or something horrible. When you see them in the lower astral, they might try to create an illusion, but if you have the eyes to see, you can see them transform in front of your eyes. And this is where I draw parallels with all these conspiracy theories about reptilians. I think that it's actually a lot simpler, and once you see that that's the reality, you don't really need to further focus on the fact that there are people who look like reptilians in their true form. You just move along and just not follow them, you know what I mean? But yeah, as you can see, the mark of the beast is not something material. It's the choice to stay in the lower chakras. In the Bible and in the music industry, especially in the US, there is a recurring reference to 666. This part of the Bible is from the Jews, and it's alchemical language, and in the Kabbalah, it means materiality, which ironically is part of the mark of the beast, but it does not mean a literal mark of the beast like a microchip or not being baptized or anything like that. I think it's important to emphasize that. And according to Anthroposophy, if a person does not get out of the mark of the beast, they do not go to hell. They just repeat the year until they pass the test. I know that this topic might trigger some of us, like if you do some of this stuff, especially in the next 2 episodes of Anthroposophy. This is not to make us feel bad, or if we know people that are like that, it's not for us to criticize them. It's simply to understand this point of view and develop more of a discernment when we see on Instagram or in our daily lives people acting like this. It's just so that we create a moral compass that allows us to follow the path that suits us best. So today was a short one, but the next couple ones are gonna be quite heavy. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave you with that, and thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.